Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marlow York, and this video has been a long time coming. Actually, I never really knew that I would film this video in the first place because at the time that I decided to do this, I didn't have a YouTube channel, so this is kind of interesting. Now, as the title says, I am donating 8 to 10 inches of my hair. I actually don't know how many inches I'm going to be donating because I haven't done it yet. But you guys will obviously know because I'm sure it's going to be in the title. So editing Marlowe, popping in here just to really like preface something or add a quick note. So during this video I talk a lot about 8 inches, 10 inches, different amounts of inches of hair that I've donated. But the thing is, when she was cutting my hair, she basically showed me like a certain length of hair, right? The thing is, my hair is very layered, so in order to actually donate like 8 inches of usable hair, she was saying that we would have to subtract some of the end and some of the other parts. So when I actually got the lock of hair home and measured it, it's about 15 inches of hair. 15? So I'm not really sure how much I'm actually donating, as in like how much they're going to use, but it appears that she actually cut off 15 inches of hair. And that's not even counting the hair that was cut off to style it so that it looks nice. So whatever the title says, it may or may not be a bit clickbaity, it may be completely accurate. I'm actually going to insert a picture here of me measuring it. And I'm wondering if, looking at that picture, you can tell if that is in fact 15 inches that I'm donating, or if I'm supposed to subtract the parts that are possibly unusable, like the very ends, the inches on the end. Whatever. You're gonna hear me throw out a lot of numbers throughout this video, but I actually have no idea how much they're going to actually use. But yeah, she cut off a lot more than I expected. I'm not mad at all. I just didn't know. I didn't really say much at the end of this video about how I feel about the hair, but I actually do like it quite a bit. I'm not mad that she cut off that much. I was just confused. So anyway, past Marlowe is going to take over now and continue this video that's probably way longer than it needs to be. And this is something that I've been planning to do for a while. I've been growing my hair out for a long time. I don't actually know how many years I've been growing my hair because that's not the kind of thing that I would ever keep track of. But this is something that I have wanted to do for a while, and it's gotten to the point where I am just sick of how long my hair is. Now, granted, there are plenty of great things about having long hair. Well, I've come up with 4 according to my list over here. So I just wanted to kind of share some of those because I kind of thought at some point that I would do like a long hair video, like pros and cons and tips on how to grow out your hair, but I just never really bothered. If you would like tips on growing out your hair, let me know and maybe I can film that in the future. It's not usually my thing, but then again, neither is this video either. So some of the nice things about having long hair. I mean, the very first thing that comes to mind for me is that it's pretty. It's sexy. A lot of people find it just inherently feminine, and of course, you know, men can have long hair nowadays, but I'm just talking from a woman's perspective because that's the one I have. So just having long hair just feels very naturally beautiful, and I've seen plenty of women who have, you know, like buzz cuts or pixie cuts or very short bobs who also look beautiful, but that's just not really my thing. I don't think I would look good with really short hair. Hence, one of the reasons why I have chosen to grow it so ridiculously long before I decided to donate it. Now, another nice thing about having long hair is, maybe it sounds kind of strange to some people, but it's just kind of powerful. Like, just having long hair, I don't know, it just feels sort of strong in some way. I don't really know how to describe it. I know there are a lot of different cultures that put a lot of emphasis on long hair or just hair in general. I mean, hair has so many differences throughout any culture, but there are certain cultures I've read about that almost seem to think that long hair has some sort of like spiritual connection. I don't really feel like it personally, but I do think that it is kind of powerful and strong to have really long hair. The third nice thing about having long hair, it sounds really vain and conceited, but that is that you get a lot of compliments. And I'm not by any means an egomaniac. I don't like getting lots of attention, but even I can't deny rhyming, that it feels nice to get a compliment, and wherever I go, once people see the length of my hair, the color of my hair, it gets compliments pretty much wherever I go. And it does make me feel a bit embarrassed, but it is always nice. And then the fourth one is not really something that applies to me, but could hypothetically apply to someone, and that is you can do like cool long hair styles, like, I don't know, fancy braids or updos or something. I have no idea how to style my hair. If you've seen any of my thumbnails, you've seen the extent of my hairstyling. It's either down like this, up in a ponytail, or sometimes I do like some really shitty looking braids, but that's it. I don't know how to do like fancy hairstyles. So, if there are all these nice benefits to having long hair that I do feel like apply to me, minus the last one, why do I feel the need to cut it off? Or why do I want to cut it off? And I say cut it off, I don't mean I'm like gonna be bald or anything. No, I already established that I don't think I would look good with really short hair. My list of cons are becoming more and more apparent the longer my hair gets. The first one is that long hair can be very high maintenance. Now, I'm not a high maintenance person, and my hair routine is very simple. I just shampoo it, condition it, and comb it or brush it. I don't do anything else, but just having long hair, it sort of begs to have things done to it. And I think the more hair you have, the more you might feel the need to do things to it. Some people might not, but that's fine. And I think we could all agree, though, that having short hair is definitely more low maintenance. And the next one on my list, oh my god, long hair gets stuck in everything. And I mean it gets trapped in stuff, and I also mean that it's just in things. So like I said, it gets stuck in everything. It gets trapped under my arm, it gets trapped under my dog when he lays next to me, it gets stuck under my husband's arm when we're trying to sleep. I've hugged people and my hair has gotten caught in like their watches and their jewelry and stuff, which is pretty embarrassing. It's been stuck in my pants, my waistline, it's gotten stuck in my belt, it's gotten stuck in a car window when I was trying to roll it up and didn't realize that my hair was stuck in there, and so that was interesting driving down the road. And it also gets caught in my clothing pretty much every time I try to change. I took off my hoodie a few minutes ago, and even then it got stuck in like the sleeve and some... You get the picture. Along with getting caught in things, it also just dangles in things. And it's kind of gross because I'll be trying to eat or cook and my hair is trying to get in my food. So, I mean, when I'm cooking, I generally have my hair up because I worked in culinary and there was no other option. You couldn't have your hair just around. But if I'm trying to eat, it's in my cereal bowl almost. If I'm doing the dishes, it's like dangling in the sink water, which is really gross to me. The next one is that long hair tends to get easily damaged, and part of that is because of the things I just mentioned, the fact that it gets caught in things very easily. So anytime that my hair gets stuck in something, it's at risk of being broken, knotted up, or just plain ripped out, which happens very often. So just having long hair is it's easily damaged. And of course, the longer it is, that means like the ends are older, so they're much more apt to rub together and get split ends. I have so many split ends, it's not even funny. And I have a weird sort of habits of cutting them. Whenever I see one, I'll just sit here and look for split ends to cut. And also when it's long, it can be blown around very easily, and that's something else. Like wind damage is definitely a thing. The next con is much more noticeable shedding. Now, if you're new here, I have a pit bull mix and he has very, very short hair. So I don't notice really that he's shedding until I'm vacuuming and I see his hair collected in the vacuum cleaner, and I think, oh my gosh, you've been shedding so much. But when I do it, it's obvious. And when I shed my hair, it gets stuck on chairs, it gets stuck on other people. My hair has been places I have never been. My hair is in countries and states I have never been to. Shit, someone's calling me. Okay, and we're back. I was expecting that phone call, but still, it's inevitable. You sit down to record and someone calls you. Anyway, guess what I was doing for that entire call? Cutting my split ends. Anyway, where did I leave off? Alright, I was complaining about shedding. Yes, I shed a lot and it's very noticeable. Okay. The last con I have on the list is that you tend to use more hair products when you have really long hair. I try to be very frugal with my shampoo and conditioner, and like I said, those are the only products I use on my hair because it's just better to save product. I don't like to go through it as quickly, but it is very easy to have to use a lot of product when you have a lot of hair. That's super redundant. So you might be asking, if there's so many things I hate about having long hair, why did I bother to grow it out? Well, there's a few reasons for that. One being I don't have a lot of time to make hair appointments, and they do recommend that even if you are trying to grow your hair out or just keep it healthy, you should get it trimmed, I think, every 4 to 6 months. Me, I've often gone a year or more, maybe 2, without getting so much as a trim. And another reason I ended up growing so long is because when I do get it cut, I don't really have like hairstyles in mind. I'm not the kind of person who likes to try different cuts, colors, whatever. I basically just say trim an inch or so and freshen up the layers, and occasionally I've had bangs in the past, but usually it's just trimming anyway. Not a lot of overall length gets lost when I do that. Another reason is money. It costs money to get your hair cut, and I don't feel like spending money on that because it's not super important to me. So I guess in a nutshell, the whole reason that I have really long hair isn't because I actively chose to do it, it just kind of happened. And then once it started to get really long, I sort of thought to myself, well, I like having long hair, so let's just see how long I can grow it until I can't stand it. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to grow it really long just because I don't feel like cutting it, why don't I grow it long enough to donate? Most hair donation organizations require usually a minimum of 8 inches. Since I really don't want short hair, I don't think I would look good with like a bob or anything shorter than that. The shortest I've ever wanted my hair is like shoulder length. I would still prefer it to be longer than that. So my reasoning was, if I want to grow my hair to donate it, but I don't want short hair, I'm going to have to grow it really, really ridiculously long so that when I cut 8 to 10 or maybe more inches off, it won't be super short. So how long exactly is my hair? I don't think it's ever really, maybe in one video you could see all of it, but generally speaking, you can't. So I hope I'm still in frame. Can't really tell. Get the hell out of here. Am I in frame? Am I in frame now? I have no screen. I can't tell. But yeah, my hair is... how long is it? Yeah, it's like down to my pants at this point. There's my belly button, and my hair is longer than that. I hope you guys can see this. What does it look like from the back? It's past the start of my butt crack. I almost feel like I should do one of those things, those like slow motion videos where they like unravel a bun. Let me see if I can do it. Fingers down my side. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your finger? Was that satisfying? I don't know. So yeah, it's gotten to the point where it's no longer fun. Having long hair has lost its appeal, and though I do still think that long hair is beautiful, I still think my hair looks really nice, it's gotten to the point where it causes me more frustration, irritation, and sometimes flat out anger than it does make me happy. So if you're not sure what 8 inches looks like, that's 8 inches. And that's really not that long when I really look at it. Let me see if I can do this. If this will show up in the frame. I don't know where the regular measuring tape is, so I have to use this fabric one. But 8 inches will get me to like here. And that's still like, that's below boob level, which is nice. 10 inches would be about like that. Nipple level. It's a scientific measurement. The minimum is 8. That is what I'm planning to do. I'm obviously going to go there and have them measure it and show me realistically about how short it would be, because obviously after you cut the length, you still need to cut it a little bit more to style it. I'm not just going to get it cut and then do nothing, because that's going to look horrendous. Like I said, the shortest I would want my hair is shoulder length ever, but I really don't want it that short. I want it longer. I think top of the boob. Another scientific measurement. I think top of the boob is about as short as I would like it. I think that's reasonable. And then as for style, I'm not really sure. I don't think I'll do anything super crazy or drastic. I just really need it to be shorter, and I want it to be more some sort of shape and style. because right now it's not super appealing. Anyone who hates watching people play with their hair is gonna hate me right now. I just know it. And another thing you might be asking is, which organization will I be donating to? I'm between Locks of Love and Children with Hair Loss. So there are a lot of organizations that collect hair, and there's some that are for specific like reasons, like they specifically give wigs to people with cancer. Some they just do any reason that one might have hair loss. I'm actually leaning towards the Children with Hair Loss because Locks of Love is probably one of the most famous organizations, and I'd really like to donate to one that maybe isn't as well known. I also think Locks of Love, I can't see the paper from here, so I don't even know why I'm bothering to look up there. I think Locks of Love had a minimum of 10 inches. I'll put it down somewhere. Yeah, their minimum is 10 inches, and Children with Hair Loss, the minimum is 8. So if I did only cut 8 inches, it would have to be Children with Hair Loss. Yeah, it just seems like a really nice charitable thing to do. I've seen a lot of people who have cut their hair really short just for the sake of it, but never donated it. And, you know, obviously they can't accept all hair, but I don't know. If I'm going to cut my hair short, then I would like it to, you know, also be meaningful. Like, I don't see any reason why not. You know, I've donated blood in the past. I'm registered as an organ donor, so why not be a hair donor as well? I ended up putting that on my bucket list, and so it's really cool to finally be able to do it. Honestly, at this point, I don't know if I'm really excited or just really eager to not have annoying hair anymore. I think once the day comes, I'll be much more anxious and nervous and just worried that it's gonna look too short or that I won't like the hairstyle I get after I cut all the length off. But as of right now, I'm pretty dead set that I'm just gonna go through with it. I already have the appointment set. I'm pre-filming this video, obviously, because my hair's not cut yet. What am I saying? But my appointment is set for this coming Saturday. I'm not planning on vlogging any of it because I'm not comfortable doing that. I don't vlog in public. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say about the pre-cuts. I suppose maybe this would be a good place to put pictures. Future editing Marlowe. Put some pictures here. And then at the very end, I guess I'll come back and reveal the final look. So yeah, see you in the future. I have to go make dinner.
Oh, holy. Do you recognize your mommy? Do you recognize me? Do you?
Oh, and there it is. I'm being all quiet because David's home, so I feel weird recording, but yeah, I just donated about 8.5 inches of hair, or I should say I cut it off, ready for donation, and it looks creepy, but anyway. I feel kind of good knowing that I'm doing something good, and it feels so nice to have all that weight off my shoulders, literally. I don't think I really have much else to say. This is kind of an abrupt, weird ending to this video, but yeah, that's all I really have to say. I feel a lot better about this. It's gonna take a long time to get used to how short and abrupt it feels. Yeah, it is kind of a nice thing to donate hair, to donate anything, donate money, donate time, donate whatever you are able to. And it also feels nice to kind of change up your style a little bit. So yeah, anyway, if you'd like to follow me on other social media, I'll leave my links down below in the description, including links to my novels, Blood of Fire and Trail of Flames. Oh, and I forgot to mention, since I only managed to donate 8.5 inches rather than 10, I'm going to be donating to Children with Hair Loss, so I'm going to leave their link below in the description as well. Until next time, see ya!